I request Shri Harivansh Ji, Honorable Deputy Chairman Rajya Sabha, to address the gathering.
मी अंधेरीकी ना हृदयपूर्वक नमस्कारालु. My heartfelt greetings to all of you. Honorable Speaker, respected Sri Om Birla Ji, Honorable Speaker, Andhra Pradesh Assembly, C. Anatra Patrutu Garu Ji, Honorable Chairperson, Parliamentary Committee on Empowerment of Women, Srimati Daggu Bati Purandeshwari Ji, Honorable Minister of Legislative Affairs, P. Kesav Ji, Honorable Deputy Speaker, Andhra Pradesh Assembly, Raghu Ram Krishna Raju Garu Ji, Chairperson of Committee on Welfare of Women, Children, Disabled and Old Age, Srimati Gauru Charita Reddy Ji, Honorable Ministers, Honorable Members of Parliament, Honorable Members of Andhra Pradesh Legislative Chairperson and Members from Committees of State Legislatures, Lok Sabha Secretary General Utpal Kumar Singh Ji, all participants, friends from media. It's privilege for all of us to be at this holy city of Tirupati for this national conference. Today, we are all assembled here to deliberate and share insights to further empowerment of women in different spheres of our society. I especially thank the Honorable Speaker, Lok Sabha, who has taken keen interest in keeping various committees active in their respective spheres. I must make a mention of the Chairperson of the Parliamentary Committee, Honorable Daggu Bati Purandeshwari Ji, who has been dynamic in her leadership in managing the committee's work. मैं दो चीजें मूल विषय पर आने के पहले कहना चाहूंगा. मुझे यहां आकर मालूम हुआ, आपने अभी सुना बड़े ओजस्वी रूप में कि माननीय रामा राव जी का कितना बड़ा योगदान था उनका वीमेन एम्पावरमेंट में. उनकी राजनीति की शुरुआत इसी पवित्र धरती से हुई. उनकी स्मृति को मैं प्रणाम करता हूं. साथ ही आंध्र देश के बड़े फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल्स के जो नायक हुए उनकी धरती है. आर्ट, लिटरेचर, कल्चर, स्पिरिचुअल जो बड़ी पर्सनालिटीज मुल्क को हुई जो मोटिवेट करती हैं उनकी धरती है. यहां से अद्भुत पत्रकार निकले आजादी की लड़ाई में. राम राव से लेकर चलपति राव तक मैं उनकी स्मृति को भी प्रणाम करता हूं. मैं एक दूसरी उल्लेखनीय तथ्य रखना चाहूंगा. आदरणीय ओम बिरला जी के प्रयास से अभी आपने सुना आंध्र प्रदेश स्पीकर जी के माध्यम से कि विधायिकाएं कैसे बेहतर ढंग से काम करें, इसकी चिंता उनकी तकरीर में आपने सुनी. हम सबकी कोशिश है कि जहां भी गतिरोध है विधायिकाओं में वो खत्म हो और हम बेहतर तरीके से उसको बहस का सार्थक मंच बना सके. पर पैरेलल कितनी महत्वपूर्ण चीज इस मुल्क में हो रही है उसका मैं उल्लेख करना चाहूंगा. आदरणीय बिरला जी के प्रयास से अभी कुछ महीनों पहले एस्टीमेट कमेटी लोकसभा की अगुवाई में पूरे देश की विधानसभाओं की स्टेट कमेटी के चेयरपर्सन मेंबर्स बंबई में मिले. उसके बाद इसी तरह SC/ST कमेटीज के सारे महत्वपूर्ण लोग, लोकसभा के चेयरपर्सन से लेकर देश की विधानसभाओं के सारे महत्वपूर्ण लोग अभी भुवनेश्वर में मिले, उड़ीसा में. अभी कल 2-3 दिनों की बैठक बेंगलुरु में CPA चैप्टर्स की हो रही थी और आज यह महत्वपूर्ण बैठक आज तिरुपति के पावन धरती पर महिलाओं को एम्पावरमेंट लेकर है. तो ये पैरेलल प्रयास जो हम कहते हैं कि कमिटीज मिनी पार्लियामेंट्स हैं और इन कमिटीज में 2-3 दिनों तक इतना सीरियस डेलिब्रेशंस, अलग अलग विचारों के लोग बैठकर साथ काम करते हैं. यही भारत की लोकतंत्र की खूबसूरती है और इस देश को बताए जाने की जरूरत है कि साथ साथ इतना बड़ा प्रयास लोकतांत्रिक चल रहा है, हो रहा है. ऑनरेबल मेंबर्स, at various stages of our country's history, women development has taken different forms and priorities. While many developed democracies took time to recognize the rights of women, our constitution always looked at women as an integral part of social and economic development. And if we go back to our rich cultural heritage, there are enough references to women receiving equal rights and recognition. We have a history of celebrating women philosophers and saints such as Gargi, Maitreyi, and others. Today, we have more women representatives at the grassroots. Back in 2006, I think Bihar was the first among the states to have 50% reservation for women in the third tier of governance. Today, about 21 states have reservation of 50% for women in local bodies. The country has about 14.5 lakhs elected women representatives in Panchayat Raj institutions, with a landmark women's reservation legislation passed in the new parliament building in 2023. I am certain that more women will be part of national leadership in times to come. This is women-led era of development. I would like to mention one person's contribution. Very few remember today Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia's vision on gender parity. During freedom struggle and after that, he always advocated, he repeatedly highlighted that just like caste or class oppression, discrimination of women is a societal curse and needs to be dealt with independently. He called for intervention to rectify discrimination in access to education, jobs, access to basic facilities, and many other areas. Many of these became central to his campaigns and the struggle for women emancipation during those days. However, we must also acknowledge that women have faced several barriers in their progress. And it's essential for politics to create a space for a more equal society and provide more opportunity. And I believe the committees at both national and state levels are playing an important role in ensuring these goals are achieved. Achieving these outcomes also requires efforts in easing regulations, amending legislations, and providing the right infrastructure, safety for women. Working towards such a structural reforms creates sustainable livelihoods that are critical not only for social development but also to achieve broader agenda of a developed India. The committees for empowerment of women at the national, the state level have a major role to monitor and nudge their respective governments in this direction. I am glad to note that today there is an integrated approach in addressing these barriers through a range of schemes across union ministries. Under the guidance of Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi, some of these have made significant structural changes in empowering women. For example, over 56 crore bank accounts have been opened under the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. More than half of these accounts belong to women. This has led to positive impact in assessing loans, promoting entrepreneurship for women. More than 70% of houses under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana have been allocated to women. The Namo Drone Didi scheme is empowering women in agriculture, and many of the states have done a landmark job in this empowering process of women. Programs for promoting financial inclusion among self-help groups have yielded successful results. Schemes for access to toilets and clean fuel have also positively influenced women's health. As the government expands its basket of schemes, it is important for the relevant committees to ensure that their benefits are evenly assessed across the country. Honorable members, political parties have different ideologies, but there is broad consensus that economic growth plays a pivotal role in improving quality of lives for crores of people. And there is no better example. I am in Andhra Pradesh. I must mention Honorable Chief Minister Naidu ji, Chandrababu Naidu ji's contribution. He has displayed remarkable and visionary leadership in creating the undivided Andhra Pradesh as a technology hub. But beyond creating technology hub back in the late 90s and 2000, it created a generation of young Indians who found new opportunities, and many young girls, majority of young girls too, found a path to working in high skilled sectors. मैं याद दिलाना चाहूंगा कि इसे टेक सेक्टर के डेवलपमेंट में गवर्नेंस की तरफ से जो कंट्रीब्यूशन चंद्रबाबू नायडू जी का रहा हाईटेक सिटी बनाने में, और बाहर से जो नारायण मूर्ति जैसे लोगों का रहा. इसके पहले भारत माना जाता था दुनिया में कि वो जादूगरों का मुल्क है, सांप और गरीबों सांप के चमत्कार करने वाले लोगों का मुल्क है, गरीबों का मुल्क है, वो परसेप्शन बदला कि नहीं भारतीय टैलेंट दुनिया में अपनी जगह बना सकते हैं। और इस हाईटेक सिटी के दौर में, इस हाईटेक टेक्नोलॉजी में लड़कियां जिस बड़े पैमाने पर आई और दिन रात काम करके दुनिया में भारत को इंपावर की, उसमें चंद्रबाबू नायडू जी का बड़ा योगदान है। एंड टुडे he is once again creating new area of economic activity in various parts of the state. And I will mention, it's noteworthy that he has made a unique effort to conduct a, पूरी देश में एक यूनिक एफर्ट चंद्रबाबू नायडू जी ने किया है, स्किल सेंसस टू बिल्ड द स्टेट फॉर ए मॉडर्न इकोनॉमी। फर्दर, द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ श्री सिटी इन द विcinity ऑफ तिरुपति is a remarkable work of driving economic activity in the industries set up at Sri City. Here, more than half of them are women who have donned different roles such as supervisors, shop floor engineers, planners and administrators. The Honorable Chief Minister's scheme for women have further promoted social welfare and entrepreneurship. This shows that gender inclusive growth is very much in synergy with the broader India growth story. And finally, we must not forget that alongside the changes in laws and rules, we must continue our focus on improving social awareness. The election of a woman from tribal background as President of India has shown how inspirational journey can leave a positive influence on our society. Similarly, many of you have had inspirational journey as well to reach at this juncture. I hope that during this conference, you all will share invaluable insights and suggestions in furthering goal of Nari Shakti. And I finally thank the Andhra Pradesh Assembly, Speaker and all, and Andhra Pradesh government for making excellent arrangements and very, very warm hospitality to all of us. Thank you. Thanks to all. Jai Bharat, Jai Andhra.